Okay, so I've got something very interesting to share. AI isn't just changing mental health research, it's rebuilding it. So, researchers dug out 1,700 or what studies using natural language processing to understand mental health. That is one of the biggest deep dives ever done on this topic. And the results, honestly, shocking. First, let's talk data. So most of the studies relied on two resources. One of them, clinical notes, so like stuff that doctors would write on the patient's file. Social media posts, so your tweets, Reddit threads, Facebook posts, all that sort of good stuff. Together, they made about 75% of the whole data set. And what were researchers looking at? So depression led the pack. Nearly the third of the studies were based on depression. And suicide, anxiety, and substance use were close. Basically, the issues that people talk about online is what AI is being trained to understand. But here is what surprised everyone. Almost no one is using social determinants of health. So what that is like income, housing, education, transportation, or like access to care. And the most common social determinant that's used was rural versus urban. That showed up only in 1% of the studies. So what does all this gibberish mean? It means that we have a huge problem. Because we know that mental health isn't just about symptoms, it's also about your environment. If AI models ignore these factors, they risk missing the real life context of things. And another issue, over half of the studies didn't share if their data was accessible or not. But around 20% did share their data set publicly, which is a huge step ahead in terms of transparency and reproducibility. So what's the takeaway of all this? Natural language processing is exploding in mental health. But to make real progression, we need to share more data sets and way more attention to social factors that may shape mental health.